Morning squad. Currently 6 a.m. Keeping it down because the fam is still asleep. But what have I done? Morning routine. You've seen that, the vacuums, brush my teeth, planks, hydrate, getting down my creatine and glutamine, hydrating up 2 liters right off the rip. And now we go into work block number 1 where we have client check-ins. Then I prepare meal 1, eat that. So we're about to have an hour to 90 minutes of good, solid, focus work. Get these check-ins wrapped up for the day, and then we're on to meal number 1. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. It is Monday, July 27th, push day. Yeah, let's have it. Have a great week. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day it is. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to take you through a little day in my life. Tap into Fifth Fit Coaching, link it down below, or head over to the Insta. Little coaching plug, had to do it. But wrapping up these check-ins, about to get onto the morning steps, the morning walk. All right, work block done. Check-ins, both check-ins wrapped up. Got my steps in on my walking pad now. The routine, we come out here, walk around outside for about 5-10 minutes, get that fresh air in the morning. Fresh vitamin D out here with my 3-legged bandit. I gotta show you this. Caught in act. Oh man, that sucks. Let her take her shit. I wouldn't want to see anyone me taking a shit. But yeah, she has 3 legs. She walks with me every morning. Pretty impressive, honestly. So, yeah, but check-ins done. Now I'm going to go in. First off, I'm gonna pop up some client stuff because, I don't have many clients right now, but I'm telling you, the clients that I got, hell yeah, we're making progress over here. High standards only. I like to tell them. Everyone's like, because I'm so meticulous with my routine. Like, I wake up at the same time. I want to be a bodybuilder, right? So, like, I want everything perfect. I weigh out my salt, track my water to the freaking ounce, right? And people are like, when they come on board, they're like, well, I don't have to be as serious as you, right? No. I was a lifestyle person. Like, I started out this journey just wanting to look sick for the chicks, right? That's honestly part of the reason I started. And it wasn't my whole life, right? And again, like, people, like, you don't need extremes. You simply need standards, right? You need to get into a solid routine, right? You need to find time to get your steps in. You need to meal prep. You need to eat off that meal plan. You need to give yourself flexibility within your days of eating. Have off-plan meals. You need to go in, train to a high standard. Doing that alone, simply, if you ate normal right now, the same foods that you're eating every day, but you went into the gym and you started videoing your sets and training to a higher standard, you would see results, okay? But again, like, clients, like, everyone's goals are different. And you have to understand that as a coach. Like, I have multiple clients right now that are simply just trying to lose weight to better their health for themselves and their family in the future. So their sessions aren't intense, right? We're simply just trying to retain the muscle that we have built. Even though they were a higher percent body fat, we are losing fat and we are retaining all the muscle tissue built, okay? But yeah. No, Sadie, no. There's a dead fish. That would have been disgusting if she would have got into that. Talk about the atomic shits. But, what was I saying? Yeah, like, client, like, some people just want to simply lose weight, and you don't need to be crazy intense, right? You just need a structured plan, right? You need to eat to your macronutrients or off a meal plan. I recommend pretty much all my clients eat off a meal plan, macros when they need to macro match, when those life events pop up, when they are having those off-plan meals. But again, it's just building these foundations and educating yourself, right? Building a little bit of a routine. You don't need to wake up and go to bed at the same time every day, but at the same time, don't be waking up at noon on the weekends and 7 a.m. on the weekdays and completely throwing off your circadian rhythm. Sure, if you want to stay up an hour later and sleep in an hour later on the weekends, completely understandable. Go live life. If you want to go out and party, once every couple weeks on the weekends, or maybe every week, right? You just need to build a routine off the back end of that allows you to get back on plan, like hydrating, getting right back to your normal steps, getting right back to your training sessions. It's consistency, guys. It really is. It's as simple as that. it is not the speed at which you reach your goals. It is the direction, right? If you are progressing week to week, if you are improving your process, you are going to make results. It's as simple as that. If your training and nutrition and recovery are all in place where they should be. But rant over there. I'm going to go in. I need to get back to some form clips from clients from yesterday. Get those sent over, and then we are off to meal prepping and cooking up meal number 1. I'll take you through the day. Again, productive morning, busy morning, blessed to be busy. Have a great day, whatever time of the day you're watching this, please. And just be grateful, man. If you woke up today, if you're watching this, you're blessed, okay? So, off to form clips and meal number 1. Catch you when I catch you. Some slight training plan tweaks to the client's plans going down. Simply changing up some rep ranges, changing up some exercise ordering due to ningles, injuries, and priority on the muscle groups that we're trying to bring up. You want to be doing those first in your session, hitting them with higher frequency, etc. So, couple tweaks going down to the client's plans. 8 meal 1, pop up a picture if I remember, maybe not. Same egg, scramble bowl. Now, shower up, pre-workout meal, and go destroy a push day. I will probably video some clips, lay them over, and talk through them, some form cues, make it nice and quick for you guys. So, I'm going to eat the pre-workout meal, might show you it, push, walk through the clips, and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. Pre-push fuel, baby. Pre-workout meal going in, 60, 90 minutes. Go train push. Gonna eat this, write out my logbook, and get ready for the session. The reason I don't take you like in the gym is simply due to the fact that like when I'm training, I don't like I wouldn't like talking to the camera in between my sets. Like I'm dialed in, I'm on a mission, I'm a man on a mission. But again, I feel like it would take away the enjoyment of my session. So sorry, you don't get to come get maybe one day you'll get a live in-person session with me. But for now, I'll just get some clips, talk them over, form cues, etc. I'm done yapping. Gonna eat this before it gets cold. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Quality, fellas. A quality push day. I'm just gonna tell you, if you are a dude, if you're a male, and you do not like the gym or you don't go to the gym, go to the gym, get a chest pump, and tell me that you don't like the gym. If you know, you know, right? I'm sure for girls, it's like the equivalent of getting a glute pump. I don't really know, but, yeah. I mean, you can't beat a chest pump, right? Like when you can, especially like when you were a younger man and you didn't have a chest developed, so you couldn't do that. Even though I can barely do it, I'm just like, man, hell yeah, came a long way, right? But to the session itself, pop up the clips. Starting off 2 sets of abs. I'm not going to go over that. If you want to know how to do a cable crunch, go over to my Instagram, DM me. I will send you a video. Literally, keep your hips still, bend and extend your spine. That's it. That's the function of the abs. Now, moving on. Cable lateral raise. 4 sets to start the session. Why? Because my lateral delts, my side delts suck. They're the second weakest point in my physique. So I'm starting my session with them. If a muscle group is lagging, you should start the session with them, okay? Cues here. So I have it set at the cable height at about hip height, so it is heaviest in the lengthened at the bottom. I am thinking about driving my arm out and then up, okay? Not just up and shrugging. Have a slight bend in my arm or a straight arm. Take a straight arm or slight bend, out and then up. And then on your way down, think about driving your fist back into the ground. And as you raise, make sure that you are not raising straight out to the side, but slightly in front of your body in that scapular plane of motion, okay? Moving on, 20-degree Smith incline press. Cues here. Make sure that my pressing angle is at 15 to 30 degrees where my upper chest is the most activated. I'm cueing when I get set. First off, have your feet stable into the ground. They should not be shuffling around. Have your glutes tensed onto the bench hard. Have your shoulders back and down. And think about bending that bar in half. That will help you cue shoulders down and back. I was talking about that with a client today on a form clip. Also, as well, any chest movement, think about puffing up the chest. Puff up your chest. It will help with the internal feel, I promise you. That goes for a fly or a press. And then, yeah, guys, it's a controlled eccentric, right? A you control the change of direction, and then it's a powerful concentric when you press, and keep that set continuous by working on your breathing and composure. Last thing, make sure when you're at the bottom, your joints are stacked. So you want a straight line from your fist to your elbow, okay? Moving on, flat press. Literally the same cues apply. Obviously, it's just a different pressing angle, right? I'm not pressing at that like 15 to 30 degrees. I'm pressing flat at that 0 degrees. The only thing I'll say is when you adjust the seat height for a flat press, make sure the handles are starting right below your nipple line, okay? A little lower than your nipple line. And as you press, it should be about a 0 degree pressing angle. Moving on, I'm just trying to think about what I videoed. The dip, weighted dip. I mean, do I really have to go over how to do a dip? It's pretty self-explanatory. Watch the video. The only thing I'll say is if you're trying to bias more tricep, then you want your elbows super tight to the body, tucked. And if you're trying to get the best of all worlds, which is what I would recommend, I think a dip is a compound. It's not really a isolation movement. You want your elbows flared at 45 degrees, okay? Dip is a very underrated movement. It's going to hit your triceps, I'd say for the most part. Also going to get front delt activation. Also going to get chest. A great movement there. Moving on, cable fly. Here, again, chest. We're thinking shoulders down and back. I have a slight bend to further my stretch. Obviously, we don't want to overdo the stretch. If your shoulders are rolling forward, then you are overdoing the stretch. Go to your active range of motion, okay? If you don't know where that is, literally take your arm out to the side and put it out, okay? When it stops moving back, you should not be going further back than that throughout the set, okay? But again, I'm slightly bending my arms in the eccentric, slight pause in that stretch, and then as I do the fly, I am straightening out my arms, thinking about touching my elbows together, not my hands, driving my bicep across the midline of my chest, okay? Guys, I think that's it. I really do. I mean, I'm going to keep it short, I told you. But yeah, I did a couple sets of triceps at the end. I didn't film them. The reason I don't film my triceps is because I connect with them very well, and they are the strongest point in my physique, okay? I'm very confident with the way that I execute my tricep movements. My extension, I did a tricep extension and then a overhead extension, okay? But again, it's like, I don't know how many sets total, 16 sets, 2 sets of abs, 4 sets of laterals, 2 sets of that incline Smith, 2 sets of flat press, 1 set of dip, 2 sets of the cable chest fly, 1 set of tricep extension, and 2 sets of overhead tricep extension. That is the session. I'm going to leave you here. I will probably talk to you guys one more time. Post-workout, going to slam my freaking Frosted Flakes. Can't wait. And I have some client work to do. I need to start setting up a client that might be starting next week, okay? So I need to start doing that. And as well as that, I feel like I had one more thing. Obviously, I get back to client replies if they have any from the session themselves, get back to form feedback. But I also need to, I got it. A client is suffering with some digestion issues. So we are going to try to add sauerkraut or kimchi to the meal plan, only like 20, 25 grams to improve that digestion, getting some prebiotics in the meal plan. And as well as that, kiwis. If you're struggling with bowel movements, eat some freaking kiwis, dude. Fiber up. Make sure your fiber and water is in a good spot, and make sure you are not too stressed out, okay? Those are pretty much the 3 main things when it comes to digestion. Yes, you can improve it by walking after your meals, chewing your food, be present with your meal. Don't be freaking making an eating contest as fast as you can. But again, I guarantee you if you're dealing with digestive issues, it's your food sources or you're very stressed, okay? But not to talk too much about that, I am going to go home and eat, and I will catch you when I catch you, probably tonight with the blue light blockers on to outro the vid. All right, boys, it is post workout meal, a little digestion walk, and plan of action the rest of the day is to wind down and go to bed, okay? It is currently around 5 o'clock. I'm going to outro the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Just a little day in the life. Again, I still have a couple more meals to eat. One more work block where I have to finish up some client work. But other than that, guys, I'm really just winding down, chilling, start editing this YouTube video, edit my socials, post a couple more reels on Instagram, eat my meals, chill out, feed up protocol, wind down mode. Just getting in that parasympathetic state, rest and digest, and ready for bed. So, gonna leave it here, boys. Have a great day. Like I said at the beginning of the video, always have a great day. Make it a good day, right? But yeah, I don't know what else to say, so We will see you in the next video.